Mic test 1 2 3 4. Okay, guys, we're inside day 2 of the Huntsville Hamfest. Now, today is going to be not as many people. The majority of the crowd comes on Saturday, and I mean, this place is going to be fairly, I won't say empty, but it'll probably be about 50% of the people today. So we'll be able to get around a little bit better today, hopefully, and we'll do some roll arounds today, and we'll have some fun. And we got a lot of prizes to give today, actually, and they're even bigger and nicer than yesterday. So we're looking forward to that. And let's see, door's going to open in about, let's see what time the door's going to open. In about 13 minutes, the door will open. So get your coffee, settle back, and get ready to enjoy Huntsville Hamfest 2017. Yeah, I need to turn this mic down just a little bit. Let's see. 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Well, we'll leave it right there. I'll turn the mixer down just a little bit. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. Second mic 1 2 3 4 5. It's about the same. 1 2 3 4 5. Turn it down just a little bit. Test 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. The problem we have is, with no audio person watching the mixer here, it's difficult to keep the audio levels right, because we'll tell people to talk right into the microphone, and then 5 seconds later they're holding it about a foot away from their their mouth. So anyway, we try our best.
No, they're not here.
I guess I realize that. Yeah. They donated products on our show.
Heavy hitter. Yeah. R&L.
Oh, yeah.
That was my candy store when I went to college.
Oh, yeah. R&L's good to be shop with watching small little things.
That was actually the second candy store I ever visited.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I went to college in Ohio.
Okay. Let me get this on camera here.
Challenge?
No, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I'm just going to get this shot of this. That's the Segway went by. I wanted to get a shot of that. Yeah, we're going to test that up. She'll be over here in a little while.
Hey, Tyler. Good. Where are you guys doing?
We're staying.
Well, but they know
You guys can get a place in It's convenient because you don't have to.
Yeah, you just have to walk over here.
I could leave my stuff in my hotel room and
I had
If I buy something, just run it back over there and walk back over here.
Yeah, we had that place last year, but we don't have what he said.
A lot of people's tacos and other people get pretty good in. I booked mine just before
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Look at him, John.
Then I find out other people are being quoted for like $600.
Yeah, I guess this one will work. Yes. Maybe it's the one you, is that the one you use? Or yeah, probably.
2-room premium suite.
Not bad.
There, John. Look at that, man. Make it work.
Oh, he's gonna put me to work.
Make it work.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
You start school yet?
I started about 3 weeks ago.
What are you going to do to get out of school?
Well, I got to wait 2 years to often get the medicine out of my system for joining the military. So 2 years, work for a little bit, and then heading up.
Please tell me you're going to the Air Force.
I'm going to the Air Force.
Oh.
That's my branch. That's my branch. The Air Force.
Well, I want to be on a boat.
A boat. I thought you said the Air Force.
I said a boat.
Well, the Air Force might
So
have had a boat.
you're going to be a Marine?
I think we had a boat that we'd take out on the lake every now and then when we cook hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff out on a little island out there.
My dad was a Marine.
And I'm going the Navy way. Most of my mom's family were in the Navy, so.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're going to be a Marine. Oh, no. That's good. So what do you want to go into?
Mass communications.
Good deal.
Do your
It's nice to
20
hear somebody have a goal.
do your 20 years and retire before you would in the private sector?
Yeah, I might do 10 years maybe.
Okay.
10. Depends.
What, if you had it to do all over again,
Yeah.
would you have made a career of the Air Force and retired after 20?
No.
Oh, probably not. Although I enjoyed the Air Force, it was like a job. They took care of us. I mean, it was the perfect arrangement. It was just nice. I mean, there was nothing wrong with being in the Air Force. You probably just might not make the money
You want.
Well,
that that you could in civilian life. But
But the Air Force turned him into a real man.
so
A real man doesn't know how to work with electronics.
yeah.
He's an electrical
I think he's
engineer.
making fun of you. I'm not sure.
Well, you just asked him to like.
I'm standing here.
We're
He's
paying this guy triple digits to work the show, and he's standing
could
here
have done this for
talking.
you.
Well, I'm paying you triple digits
For what?
to help work the show here.
Hey, everybody pays me.
You're supposed to be the cameraman. You're supposed to
I didn't know any of this.
You didn't.
See,
You didn't get the memo.
No, I didn't get the memo. Sadly.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one
work
kept
on
me in the
the
loop. On
interdepartment communications.
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't.
Yeah.
you
In
didn't
fact,
ask.
I was going to double your salary today, but because you guys have slept off, I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll raise your salary 10% today.
How much does that make it for?
Well,
Yeah,
okay, 10%. So multiply what you mentioned before by 1.1. That's your salary. That's what I told you. Zero times 1.1.
Give me 1 cent if you said that would be a.
You couldn't unionize against you.
Y'all had the chat room and the thing got really nice yesterday. I don't know who did that, but did you? It looked really good on this big screen. Yeah, the half and half. Yeah.
Yeah.
This big screen made it look good.
Are you up and running?
Huh?
Are you up and running?
Yeah. Oh man, hey.
Yeah. Second thing we would do, we would get the inside, you know, and then the passenger part will go. Yep. If you not run, we'll rather get it done.
Yes.
My husband, and my husband's had a radio, but it had one of these speaker things, but he had bought two, one was a little higher. I mean, the higher one, and the old car, yeah.
What is that divided by?
Well, it's called that thing.
That's good.
Well, okay. So you gotta go with your wallet? Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's a good 4 times 124. It should just start working. You don't have to connect anything. If you didn't have the cable, you have to be genius or something. It keeps changing names. Well, man, okay. Well,
I wore the chest pattern shirt.
I did too. I wore the check to kind of give me a glow, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you have epilepsy?
Yeah.
The question,
I can't believe some of the comments you see in here. I mean, it's just, look at here. Yes, Don is a good guy, no doubt. I mean, look at that.
Obviously,
You know,
drop it in the judgment with He must be drunk. That's right. Yeah.
You guys must be intoxicated. I was just reading. I told Don here I couldn't believe some of the comments that I see in the chat room here. Like, here's one here that says, "Yes, Don is a good guy, no doubt." Now, I don't know about the no doubt part.
We attribute that to K1CHT Chet, and Chet, it's painfully obvious, sir, that you need to seek professional help. Because, somebody in the Ham Nation chat room the other day called me a moron and a pompous ass. I'm not disputing either of those facts, but, I've been called worse by better at home this morning by people who allegedly love me.
So did they get in the chat room? Did they get bumped? Did your admin bump them off for calling you that or not?
That was right at the end of the show, so I don't know. If it had been earlier, they probably would have, yeah. Because the admins are real tight. They're pretty good.
Here's what I'm starting to question. If the admin didn't bump them off because of that comment,
it may have been an admin.
It could have been an admin that did it, or they're on the same side as the perpetrator.
I'll have to go back and look and make sure that it wasn't one of the Ham Nation co-hosts who made that comment.
It could have been. You know what? It could have been Leo.
It could very well have been. But I actually enjoy getting those kind of comments because if I'm not stirring up the monkeys somehow or another, I'm not doing my job. So I don't mind those kind of comments because I know the truth, and people who know me know the truth. And yes, I am a moron and a pompous ass, but that's all right. So
I never thought of you as a moron or pompous ass.
You haven't been around me enough.
Maybe a jackwagon, but
you live in Syracuse. I'm in Mississippi. You have the benefit of space and distance. So anyway,
well, if you're not,
Don is sporting a Woody shirt. Yes, I am, and thank you, Joel, for pointing that out. It's the coffee. High test. Somebody actually, and I cannot remember his call sign for the life of me, here at the Hamfest yesterday brought me a pound and a half of freshly roasted dark roast Sumatra beans that he roasted on Tuesday. And he let them outgas for a couple of days, and he gave them to me in a...
You know this guy?
In a glass... I can't remember his call sign. In a glass mason jar. Whole beans. Freshly roasted Sumatra dark roast.
Is it possible he was the one that put the comment in the chat room?
No. He likes me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, oddly, again, these people need to seek professional help because obviously, if I'm the only kind of friend they can attract, there's something wrong with them, right? That's the way I look at it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to roasting or grinding up some really, really, really nice dark roast Sumatra when I get home.
Did you ever get? There's a coffee guy. They're selling coffee and beans and stuff at the Dayton Ham Convention.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He's the blind guy. No, I've been wanting to try his stuff forever, and I have not made it yet. Because when I go to Dayton, I'm so sidetracked by everything else. I pass by the place 3 or 4 times, and I don't know. I've never taken the opportunity to stop and get some of that. But I know what you're talking about, and I would like to do that.
He used to be in that spot we're in, the second spot.
Well, the whole Hamfest moved, Tom. It's something. Did you not realize that?
I'm talking. Yeah, they did. I was talking about pre-move.
Yeah,
pre-move. But
the last 5 years for him are blur. So
he wakes up in a new world every day.
Yeah, he was in the very corner there.
Yeah,
I don't know if he didn't come back, and we got his, the double space.
Yeah,
or maybe they put him somewhere else.
I don't know.
He's in the same. He was in the same building that Icon was in.
Icon?
Yeah.
Icon? The main arena?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was what?
The arena?
Building 2.
Oh, you're talking about the new place?
Yeah, I'm talking about the new place.
I haven't moved on to the new place yet. Seems like I remember.
It's 2017, Tom.
I thought that was Woodstock. Yeah. Well, were you at Woodstock this year?
No. No, I was 9 years old when Woodstock.
I'm talking about this year's Woodstock.
No. Hamstock. I was at Dayton. Hamstock.
That's kind of what I was referring to. The flea market.
I did not. No, I didn't make the flea. My son Tyler, Hammy the pig, he was roaming around the flea market in the pig costume. N7 TMW, thank you, newly licensed.
So who's the pig that's been around today?
Tyler.
Was that Tyler?
That was Tyler.
Okay, I thought it could.
Well, yesterday. That was yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it might.
Yeah, that
have
was
been,
Tyler.
But,
Yeah, that was him.
Wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does Sue have air conditioning in it? I mean,
No, it doesn't. But and he said it wasn't. He actually said it wasn't bad at Dayton. But every time I saw him take the head off, he was just dripping with sweat. So, but I'm sure in here it was much better in the air conditioning.
Well, look, it's 7 minutes after 9. The doors are open. We don't have the rush like we did yesterday.
Right.
Look, coming in the door
It's
here.
the typical Sunday.
Yeah, it's a typical Sunday here. Let me show everybody
Huntsville.
what it looks like at the doors. Here we go. This is the group coming in.
The Mad Rush.
Of course, I missed the group when he opened the door, but it's very laid back on Sunday.
This dog coming around here. Check this dog out over here. That's Charlie. Charlie is a Catahoula coonhound. He's not quite a year old, and he's deaf, and he responds to sign language. He is a therapy dog, and that is the most amazing animal I've ever seen. Come over here. Let's. We're just telling the viewers here about Charlie. Tell us about Charlie.
All right.
Introduce yourself, by the way.
I'm Jim, KF4WSN, and this is my service dog, Charlie. We got him through K9 Line, which is a veterans organization for service dogs, and he helps me with seizure alerts.
And he's deaf.
He's 100% deaf. He's trained with a vibration device and sign language.
Demonstrate some of the sign language, because I was amazed by this yesterday. So let's just watch this, guys. Watch this and be amazed. Yeah, the hang loose is like that's like the happy sign, right?
That's the good boy sign.
The good boy sign, and then there he goes, sitting down.
Yeah, and he usually lays down whenever I stop him.
Right. If you don't know about Catahoula Coonhounds, it's a Louisiana breed, a South Louisiana breed. You don't see them too often. They're really, really cool dogs. And you were telling me yesterday that they have one of the better senses of smell of any dog ever.
Yeah, exactly. I had a bomb dog handler that actually helped me with training him, and he did a big study on noses. And he said the Catahoula is one of the most amazing noses because it tracks differently. And they track with their nose up rather than down. So for medical alerts, they're one of the best you can do.
Wow. Now you were you're a veteran. You served. What did you do in this service?
I did convoy security in Iraq.
Okay. Very good. Well, thank you so much for your service. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And this guy here, he's my new buddy. He's my new buddy.
All the Hamfest.
Charlie's my new buddy. So I wanted to when I saw Charlie come over, I wanted to make note and point out this amazing animal and you as well. He's just the coolest thing, and he's obviously he doesn't care about the camera whatsoever. But now he's going to walk himself.
Yep.
So
he knows that.
yeah, he's just the coolest thing. So thank you. So tell us your call sign, because you're a ham.
Yeah, KF4WSN, Jim.
And your wife is a ham as well.
Yep, K3VZ.
K3VZ, very good. Well, thank you so much for bringing Charlie over here. This has just been a treat. He's just the coolest guy, man. And thank you so much for your. Just put that anywhere. And thank you so much for your service. We appreciate everything.
Thank you.
And we've got some pictures. I'm Tom. We got some pictures. We'll probably have you on a Tuesday night show, 8 o'clock on W5KUB, and we're going to probably be doing a recap of.
I need to get him to smile.
Probably be doing a recap here of all the things that went on here this weekend, and we'll feature you on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Charlie's just the best. Yeah. So cool.
So why did he lose his hearing?
It's common in white breed dogs, and it's also a common thing in Catahoulas. So Charlie was born deaf, and we got him off death row because nobody wanted him in the shelter because he was deaf. But the handler that helped me train him spotted him right away and said it'll be easy to train. I thought he was nuts, but Charlie's turned out to be a rock star.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's really, really good at detaining dangerous-looking individuals, apparently.
So, you say, and he operates by a vibration device? Yep. Is there something on him, on his collar there? Oh, okay, cool.
So it vibrates, and we use that for recall.
Yeah.
And then if he's sitting right here, if he's not paying attention, I'll buzz it, it'll vibrate, he'll look at me, and then I can tell him to sit, lay down, or
that's cool.
Come with me, or whatever I need to do.
So
he's very affectionate.
he was he was a military dog.
No.
You got him after you came back
after
from
I
Iraq?
got back.
Okay.
I went through a couple places to try to get one, and they found out, with seizures, and they're, no, we can't train one for that. And so the handler that I worked with in Afghanistan when I was deployed over there, he said, well, hey, I got a dog for you, and started training. And then he started a nonprofit service dog organization. It's called K9 Line, which for you veterans that are watching, a 9 line is a medevac request. So pretty neat name. I'll show you. Charlie will let me get out of that.
You're not quite fully extricated yet.
Okay, I've seen that before. Yeah.
Propelling in with the dog.
Oh yeah, look at that! Wow. He's handsome.
That's cool.
He's a handsome guy.
And if anybody wants to know more about him, they've got a Facebook page, or you can go to k9line.org. And
okay.
Very good.
Let's see if there's any comments in the chat room for you there.
Oh, I'm sure there are. We got a lot of dog lovers watching.
Oh man, that's okay.
Yeah, Charlie's amazing. Cool, a remote control dog. Spike says a remote control dog. Yeah. So cool.
Let's see.
Well, thanks so much for bringing him over. He's the coolest guy. He's the coolest guy. Now, where do you guys live? How far away from here?
Palm Coast, Florida. That's 10 hours from here.
So you're a little, your drive's a little longer than mine. Mine's 6 hours down to South Mississippi. So, very good. Well, you guys have a safe trip back home.
Oh, thank you too.
And so nice meeting you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Your wife sent me emailed me a picture of the picture of him in the headset last night. So that was very cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. Look at him. He's just chilling. Very good. Well, thanks again. I appreciate everything, man. Thank you so much. There he goes. Wow. That's a cool dog. That's an amazing animal. That's an amazing animal.
So he was able to obtain that dog after return.
After return.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
And in fact, if you pan over here, there's the whole family right there walking away with Charlie. So.
And we got several people here who said they saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Here. I was surprised. I've seen some of the SEAL team dogs. They've got metal teeth in. They've got their own radio. Where they can
be signaled and to activate the dog in whatever way that needs to be done. Yeah, it's amazing training. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah.
I think that everybody thinks that their little schnauzer or their little poodle or their little whatever is the smartest dog ever, and they are. But when you get dogs have owners, cats have servants. That's about right. But when you look at an animal like this or any type of service animal, and the amount of training that goes into that, it's amazing. That I've often said that if you look into a dog's eyes, or even a cat's eyes, any type of animal like that, a horse's eyes, some animal that bonds with humans, typically, if you look into those eyes and you don't see a soul staring back at you, then you don't have a soul. That's just the way I see it, because I fully expect, you've all heard of the Rainbow Bridge. When a dog passes away, it goes over to Rainbow Bridge where it's totally healed and it's young again, and then when you pass away, that dog is waiting for you on the other side of Rainbow Bridge, and you're reunited forever. I believe that. I believe that all dogs go to heaven, and horses too, and cats, and any type of animal that bonds with humans. There's a sharing of souls there. There has to be. That's just my personal belief. So. Didn't mean to get so philosophical this morning.
Yeah. Since when did you become philosophical?
Hey, I'm going to be. I'm kind of proud of this. I'm going to be officiating at my nephew's wedding next month. So I've been ordained in the Universal Life Church. So I figure, it's time maybe I start changing my ways if I'm going to be a man of the cloth.
That's true.
So I am,
and you're going to have to kind of change a few things in your lifestyle too.
I am.
Yeah.
Obviously don't know about his checkered past.
Yeah, did they do a background check on you before?
I'm a chess man. I never was into checkers.
Okay. Hey, that dog was just really calm.
Yeah.
Just sitting down.
Yeah.
You know what gets me? I don't understand it. These little what is it, little chihuahuas about that tall.
Yeah.
Man, they can bark. And
oh yeah, the smaller the dog, the bigger the mouth.
Oh man,
smaller the dog. We've got a dog. His name is Ted. He is half Chihuahua and half rat terrier. Rat terrier. Half Chihuahua. No, yeah. Ted. Shih Tzu? That's right.
Oh boy.
Shih Tzu and rat terrier.
I bet.
Chihuahua and Shih Tzu. That's right.
He's like
his brother, my son, Tyler, N7TMW on the other. Come over here.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
So
that's right.
I bet he's like an alarm system. Somebody
he's actually very calm and he rarely ever bites. But now that he's about 12 years old, he's become a little ankle biter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting older and he doesn't care anymore. And then we have a miniature schnauzer named Amelia, and she's insane. Completely insane. I think the dog is reincarnated from a bloodhound. I mean, not a bloodhound, but a greyhound, because she doesn't walk anywhere.
You ever had any bad experiences with dogs when you were growing up?
No, I had a bad experience with a horse, but I've never had a bad experience with a dog. No, I had a bad experience with a horse. I was young, riding a horse for the first time, and the horse realized that I wasn't in charge, and so the horse took over. Yeah. And I had to be taken off the back of the horse, and it was a traumatic experience, and therefore I don't care to get on another horse.
You know, back when I was 16, I got a government job. My parents got me a job being substitute mail carrier in my little town.
Substitute mail carrier? Yeah. Were you in charge of the junk mail?
Yeah, I was in charge of all the mail. So listen, so hey, 2 weeks in summer when it was like 110.
Yeah,
you know how it is down here.
You're schlepping the bag.
And then I got it 2 weeks in the winter when it was sleeting.
Yeah,
and
minus 110.
Yeah, that's not, I don't know why the guy chose those days to go on vacation.
Shocker.
But anyway,
builds character, Tom, and you're quite the character.
But you asked about the junk mail. Let me tell you, back then you would get samples of toothpaste, Occupant.
I remember
11 this street, 12 this street, 13 this. I mean, I'm talking about every
one
house,
of them.
And the shopping flyers.
Right.
Oh man,
you'd have 100. You'd have 200 little tubes of toothpaste in your bag.
I think it was Thursday or something of the week, and I hated that day.
Coupon day.
But back to dogs. There was this one house way down, kind of by itself down the road. They had this mean German Shepherd in there. German Shepherds don't like don't like postmen.
No, not typically.
Even though I was a substitute, they must have known I was a postman.
Well, sure.
And he'd really see me coming and start barking. I'd be a mile away, you know. So those people didn't get mail but about twice a week. You know? I mean, if they only had one letter, there ain't no way, you know. Let's wait till you get about 5 or 6, and then I might risk it.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious. There was one girl that I knew back right out of high school, and her family had a couple of chows, and they had a female and a male, and the female was the sweetest thing in the world, but the male would follow you about 10 feet behind you, and when you would stop, he would stop. You'd take a step, he'd take a step, and he stayed about 10 feet behind you, and it was unnerving. So I never did really trust him. But he was a beautiful dog. Chows are gorgeous dogs. So my shirt is banned in several states, but not in Hawaii. The shirt came from Hawaii. An actual Hawaiian shirt from Hawaii. So.
Yeah, I won a T-shirt yesterday. I need to go over here and get it, man. Yeah.
I didn't win any. I haven't won anything.
Yeah.
I figured I'd have a shot since Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, is in here, and Joe usually wins everything, but he's staying back in Eclipse country. He's going to be watching the eclipse
this year with Joe not here.
I think you have to buy the 100 pack. Well, the $100 pack.
I bought a 100 pack.
Did you?
And just to give some money back to this is a great organization.
It is.
Here. And
yeah.
So I did that, and some years I'll win nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Some years I'll win
a lot.
Some years I'll win a $9 battery charger. Mm-hmm. Last year I won the main prize.
There you go.
Yeah, $991A.
Nice. Yeah, it's not about the prize. It's about giving back and having fun. And Tyler and I, we're on a budget this year, so we split $10 worth of tickets, so it wasn't too bad.
Question for Don.
Yep. Question for me?
For Don. Is there a great new ham radio for an amateur radio noob that Don recommends?
A great new... Well, we got to define what bands are. Well, I guess if you're new, I will extrapolate that you're maybe a technician. God, they're all good, but if you want to get on and have fun with worldwide contacts, then you can't go wrong with a D-Star radio from ICOM. Kenwood has a D-Star handy talkie as well. They're a little pricey. You're going to pay more than, obviously you can go and get a $30 Bofang Chinese handheld, but if you want something that you're not going to outgrow real quick, I definitely recommend like an ICOM ID51 handheld, an ID5100. The new 4100, ICOM 4100 is another D-Star digital and analog 2-meter 440 mobile that you can get into the worldwide D-Star network. Any of the DMR radios, and you can get into a DMR handheld for easily under $100, and then put together a hotspot with a Raspberry Pi for $200 or $300, or buy one of those RF Shark open spots, and that way you can get into the DMR and D-Star both worldwide digital networks. So I would recommend something if you're a new ham. Go ahead and spend a little bit more money than probably you'd planned on, and get something that's digital capable, like a D-Star radio. The Yaesu Fusion radios are good choices as well, and you can get into the Fusion network using one of those hotspots.
And Joe K0NEB's on the chat right now.
Oh, hello, Joe.
I saw Joe. I was fixing to.
Very good.
I was fixing to what do you call it? Expunge him from here. That way, see if he's not in here.
Yeah,
we can talk about him as much as you want to, but obviously he's listening.
I'd rather
now.
talk about him to his face, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
it's a lot more fun to watch the expressions.
But here's the issue, Don.
I love Joe.
I've been a ham 52, 53 years now, and of course we didn't have the D-Star and 2 meters, all that stuff back then. You got your novice license,
right?
And started. So
and that was a use it or lose it deal. If you didn't get on and
that's right.
You didn't upgrade, you were yeah.
There's all these classes now people will get pulled into, and you get a 6-hour class, and you come out with a tech license, and then basically nothing you want to do with it. Now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
So there's so much you can do in ham
that's
radio.
That's where it's important. Once you get the license, like with anything, that's where the learning begins. It's like when I was learning to fly, and I took my private pilot's FAA written. The learning doesn't start until you've got that certificate in your pocket. That's when the learning starts. The same thing is like, once you pass the bar and you become an actual attorney, a lawyer, that's where the learning starts. So it's like with anything. A lot of times it's, you can't do anything until you get that certificate. Real estate is another thing. You have to have the license to get on and start selling and learning how to sell real estate. So yeah, I have no problem with a 6-hour course, someone getting the license, but the important thing is
it's what you do after that.
You got to find an Elmer. You got to find a mentor.
I think the point I'm trying to make here is once you get that license, don't stop.
No,
don't stop there.
That's the beginning.
And that depending on if you got money. I mean, when you're a young kid, like when I started out, you don't have a lot of money. No. I mean, when you get old and about to die, you got a lot more money, right?
Well, I don't.
Yeah, but anyway, so what I was going to say is, try to think through this thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to upgrade to a general? Do you want to upgrade to an extra? And you might want to put that money in an HF rig.
Yeah. Well, that's true. There are some nice, but a lot more money. Some other nice. ICOM makes a real nice radio that will do VHF, UHF, and HF, and has D-Star in it. So that's another way to go. But that you're looking at a much higher entry fee. Much higher entry fee.
You are, but if you're going to get in the HF, you're going to spend a little money anyway.
Right. But the question was for a new ham, so that was the question.
Yeah.
So
hey,
good
Mark.
morning.
How you doing,
morning, guys?
How are you, Mark?
Fantastic.
Let's talk Huntsville Hamfest, Mark. How's it going? How'd it go yesterday?
It's super. It just a couple of little things, not even worth mentioning. Awesome event. We had no problems. I had to leave a little bit early to get ready for the DX banquet, and we had a great turnout there.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. Joe couldn't make it this year.
No,
he's in Nebraska, I think, with his family watching the eclipse this year.
I heard. I just pulled the weather up. I heard in Nebraska it's going to be totally cloud covered today where Joe is. So Joe kind of probably he should have been here with us and drove up to Nashville with us to see the eclipse.
It would serve him right.
Yeah,
he's missing a great Hamfest.
That's right. He could have had them both here.
A lot of us are going to take tomorrow off from our jobs and drive up to the Path of Totality. A lot of folks will be staying, of course, staying in town where we'll see partial here.
And our plan is to try to drive up there.
That's right.
But I've got some people already up there, and I'm going to be talking to them on the phone. If traffic is completely at a standstill tomorrow morning, we may change our mind about going up there. We can still see 98% down through here.
I did hear some casual conversation amongst a couple of the other Hamfest volunteers that trying to get here. Some vendors and flea market folks said that there was extremely heavy traffic southbound into the Nashville area for folks. So folks are coming ahead of time and probably getting into their hotels and
probably Monday morning there's going to be those people that are within 200 miles, 300 miles that are all going to drive it Monday morning just to see it.
Myself included.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see him again soon, I'm sure.
Joe can see him on the webcast, so there you go.
But yeah, we've got a great show. We've opened the doors about 30 minutes ago. Things are filling in. Things are a little slow during the church hours here, but around 11 or 12 o'clock, it should fill in very, very, very full.
Yeah.
And the flea market folks are happy. Some of them are still bringing stuff in. A few of them are packing in early, as it happens. Not everybody stays for the whole weekend, but it was nice to see a lot of boat anchors leave the show yesterday on carts. So equipment is trading hands, and the neat thing about that is it's stuff that we won't have to help the folks carry back to their cars.
But I love the boat anchors, man. I mean, are you into any of the old stuff?
Well, I enjoy looking at it, Tom.
I love the ART-13. You know what that is? It's a big military transmitter. It's got 813 tubes in it.
Well, over on the floor, somewhere over in the back on the aisle space, there's a guy that's got a long wire antenna tuner.
Yeah.
For it looks like broadcast band. The voltages on an end-fed tuner. This thing is probably as old as I am. It's got a vacuum switch in it, but the voltage levels inside this thing and the huge band switch. It's got variometers instead of a fixed inductor. It's a variometer.
The inductors. Yeah, I think I saw that earlier.
It's an amazing piece of equipment. It's still here. The other boat anchor he had beside it, I can't remember what it is. It's not there anymore. So he must have traded that. But there's a guy with a service dog. A couple of service dogs in here. They're all very friendly too. Actually, here comes one as we speak, a retriever.
Yeah.
But good time here. And here comes Karen and Warren, our hospitality folks in the green shirts there.
Okay.
They keep us fed in donuts and coffee at breakfast time, and they dole out the honey baked ham sandwiches at lunchtime. And they do the hospitality.
I forgot about the donuts. Think there are any donuts back there this morning?
There should be some donuts left.
All right, I'm going to get me a donut.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got the show for the next 30 minutes, man.
I don't know if I can handle that, Tom. No, we had a stand up earlier with Dave Givens, our Hamfest chairman this year, and the guy Jim Spikes running the flea market, and things are going really well. And we were just talking about we always learn something, do something a little bit different each year, and just a couple of little things. We noticed that the haylarks out there had, for example, they had written on a piece of paper what the grand prize yesterday and the grand prize today. Evidently, they got tired of answering the same question over and over again, so they put it on a piece of paper. That's one of those little things, okay, next year, why don't we print that so that it looks a little bit nicer than a hand-lettered sign. But if those are our biggest problems, that's not a problem.
This has been a transition year because you guys lost Charlie Emerson.
That's right.
Charlie Emerson was he was the head of this Hamfest for a long time. And Charlie did a whole lot of things kind of on his own, much in the same way that our leader, Bill Pasternak, with Newsline, he passed away a couple of years ago, and Bill was another one-man band and liked to do things on his own and didn't necessarily tell everybody about what he was doing. And so it's been a huge learning curve for you guys, as it has been for us as well. So we at Newsline can certainly relate to what you're going through with trying to figure things out on the fly. So, but I got to say that it's I think from a guest perspective, from an attendee perspective, it's been seamless. So you guys have done an amazing job.
Well, thank you, Don. It has been a real challenge for us to nobody will fill Charlie's shoes. Absolutely not. But we're trying to carry on in his tradition. And Charlie was the Hamfest director, I think, for about 6 years before after Don Tunstall. And Don Tunstall and a couple of other guys were instrumental in forming the personality of this Hamfest, so to speak. And we're just trying to continue that tradition here. and it's a learning curve, and we're up to the task.
Well, you're living up to the name, the friendliest Hamfest in the world.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah. It's an exhausting weekend, but a lot of fun. I need to get back over to the DX booth. We've got card checking going on, and I don't do card checking myself, but the other guys that do, they need administrative help. We log in the cards and make sure that the contact information is correct. So, got to help out in a lot of places. Keeps me busy. Keeps me out of trouble. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks. We'll see you.
Appreciate it, sir. Good to see you, Mark. Take care. I'm going to walk around too, because we're going to leave, headed back for South Mississippi here in about an hour. So I'm going to make the rounds, and we'll say, for me anyway, so long from the Huntsville Hamfest. See y'all later. There you go, John. Have a microphone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like you did last time.